Hello there. So I am going to share this video regarding the base game changes to Sims 4 that has now excluded inclusivity to people of faith, and after making billions of dollars on many millions of people, of which millions have told them they want nothing to do with occult stuff, and they've always just kind of made it an option. If you want to buy packs that have occult stuff, you can, but now they have forced occult stuff on base game. So now you no longer have options. Your entire game, after you have spent so much money on these packs, people of faith are no longer allowed to play this game without having occult forced upon them. There's no possible way you can play this game. I suppose if somebody died, you could just exit out of the game without saving. But if one of your Sims dies, if you're somebody who plays game where the Sims die or naturally age up, which I do not, my Sims will not be dying because I'm probably not going to play this game anymore, seriously. So this is a channel who does not have the new pack, because the new pack has not been released as of yet. And in fact, it clearly says that the base game is a base game update, which if anybody had actually read, for those who commented on my video that I did about this, not listening, this is a base game update. So I know there are many people who do not want anything to do with the cold stuff, and they most certainly do not want anything to do with ghosts. So what happens is when your Sim dies, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the option of what to do with your ghost. You can become a playable ghost, meaning you can control the ghost Sim, and they'll just carry on like they're a regular Sim, do all the things that regular Sims do. Or B, except for they have more of a transparent appearance, or B, you can become a free roaming ghost. Those are your two only options, which means you are forced to have your Sim become a ghost. And you have to make a choice in the occult options that you're given. And if you're a person of faith who just knows that you don't become a ghost, when you die, you go to heaven or hell, or whatever your doctrine is, you don't roam the earth as a ghost. This is where occult ideology is being forced upon Sims players after they have spent many hundreds of dollars, if they've bought all the packs with the exception of the cult packs. Base game, like literally everything that you've invested in up to this point has now basically been destroyed, because if you're somebody that wants to have your Sim age up, you will not be able to continue in the game unless you accept this occult making your Sim a ghost. So the only thing, if you're somebody that wants to continue to play this game to avoid this demonic ghost stuff being forced upon you, is basically put your Sims where they cannot die. There's certain things that you can do within settings, and there's a specific cheat when you do play the game to prevent, unless of course there's bugs and nothing works, like most things don't work. But if at any time you encounter a death and you're just like, you know what, I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus, you're not going to force a ghost situation of occult stuff on me. You can just not play Sims at all. Or you can exit out of the game without saving. But then of course you lose all your progression. So I recommend to any of those people of faith who just resist this demonic forcing occult stuff onto base game players, and you still want to play the game, just when you go in to play your session, there's a cheat that you can use where no death can happen whatsoever, and then of course you have your settings where you manually age them up. That's my recommendation. Because unfortunately, these Sim developers, they're just getting darker and darker and darker. These designers behind the scenes who are doing this, they just decide that, yeah, we're just not going to be as inclusive on people of faith. We don't care that they've made it known to us that they don't want anything to do with the cults stuff. We're just going to force it on them anyways. Like, if you go fishing, sometimes you catch a voodoo doll. So, of course, you have to eliminate fishing from your activities. or if, pray tell, they put the voodoo message back on the loading screen. I complained about this last year, and I quit playing The Sims because of it. And then I checked back later, months later, and they had stopped using this voodoo, the power of voodoo, this loading screen, demonic occult messages that they put on the loading screen. They're getting more aggressive, forcing occult ideology and being exclusive to people of faith. And their offensive things, they just don't care. They brag about how they're being inclusive to everybody, you know, like they change pronouns, they change your, you know, from husband to wife to partner, you know, they try to make everybody inclusive except for, of course, the people of faith. Because now you're going to have occult stuff forced upon you. In Basegame, by the way. So, anyways, they wait to do this after they have ran their course, 10 years of this game, and, you know, it's like it's over, and, like, their engine is so broken, I don't know how many more packs are going to be able to force upon the same core engine of Sims 4, you know, and yeah, after everybody's already bought all the packs that they're going to buy, minus the occult stuff, then they're like, you know what, let's just force the occult stuff on them. They won't buy our occult packs, we'll just force the occult on them. Yeah, they did that. Sims did that. So, as for me, I'm not going to have any, you're not going to force occult stuff on me, right? No, you're not going to do that. I think that people should really get in their face about this. And the fact that they just did a live stream and they would not even allow chat while they're playing this new pack that's not been released yet. Yeah, they don't want to hear from people because people are complaining a lot about the broken stuff and this big huge laundry list that they had on their 10-year anniversary that they were going to provide fixes across the base game and all the packs that's broken. I think it's just time for class action lawsuit to smack Sims franchise in their little simmy butts and basically say from now on you have to put a disclaimer on all of your EA whatever thing it is you're selling and announce that you have broken features in your packs because you do and you haven't fixed them. Meanwhile, I think that fact that this is teen rated, meaning minors are playing this, I don't know what they consider teen. Is it 13? Is it 15? Is it 17? I don't know, but it's teen rated. So meaning minors are playing this game. Well, they're, oops, oh, the bugs slipped out again. They have pedophilia bugs and incestual bugs. Like, it's more like they're grooming teens because this same bug has been going on for a very long time. The Sims, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4, repeatedly this same bug seem to be reappearing. So I think, yeah, those states that are taking on TikTok and Roblox for all their perverted stuff they got going on, yeah, I really think they need to visit Sims. So, yeah, I think people need to just say, hey, you know what, we're not going to take this, you're not going to keep doing this to people, you're not going to keep selling broken packs and taking people's money, you're going to advertise that there's broken features until you actually fix them instead of promises of fixing them. And what they do is when these bugs come out, like, you know, when there's a nanny that's feeling flirty around little kids and there's nobody else around but little kids, yeah, oops, that's a bug, and we take these things rather seriously and we're working on it as if that's going to keep them from being liable. Well, yeah. So my prayer is that the Attorney Generals, all 14 states that's taken on Google and YouTube and promises to take on other corporations, put Sims on their list. That is my current prayer.